Hello everyone and welcome to this video. Thank you so much for clicking and tuning in and deciding to spend your precious time with me today. I'm Brianna. I also go by Bri, and this is my first video on this channel. I'm really excited to be talking to you guys today. Like, I'm kind of all over the place because I'm really excited to share my goals with you guys and just talk about what I plan to do with this channel and the things that go through my brain, and just, I don't know, I have a lot of very creative ideas and I want to hold myself accountable with this channel, and I really want to overall just make connections with humans like you guys, wherever you guys are in life, physically, mentally, emotionally. I think this year is going to be really good for me and really good for you too. So I hope you enjoy this video, and I'm just going to get into talking about my 3 goals for the new year. Okay, so goal number 1 is pretty much the biggest one, and at first when I made this list I put this one last, but then I was like, no, if I'm going to talk about this in a video, then I feel like it needs to be first, because this is basically what inspires me to make videos and talk about what I'm thinking and talk about things on my Instagram and everything. So yeah, my first goal is just to consume more inspiring content, and basically I wrote that because I was thinking really hard about how in life lately with technology and instant gratification, I think our brains are just consuming so much information that we're really not meant to. Does that make sense? I just feel like we are constantly processing new information, and social media kind of makes it worse. You know, you roll over at like 6 a.m. and if you check Instagram first, you see like 15 posts from your friends, and it's just a lot of information to process. And our brains, we're not meant for that. Maybe we evolved into that, but I don't know. It's just so much on the mental. It can cause a lot of stress. It can cause a lot of anxiety, a lot of comparison. And I know for me, especially being in college and like this awkward age at 21 where everyone's doing things differently, it can be really weird to see where people are and where I'm not. And you know, keep a good attitude about that, I guess. So my goal is just to cut down on things that aren't serving me, like stop following so many people that I don't know. Their life updates aren't really serving me right now. I don't know. So just cut down on that. And how I started like going towards this goal already, I started a new Instagram that was just for my creative pursuits, and I only followed people that were very inspiring to me. So artists, especially Black artists that I love to support, visual artists, photographers, freaking film directors, like just all kinds of creative people where I see their content and I feel good about life and I see the beauty of life, and it just feels really great when I wake up and see that, versus a bunch of people that I compare myself to enough already. So that's what I did with my Instagram. That was really important, and I'm sharing my own writing and stuff. Maybe I'll add like a screenshot of one of my poems like here or something, because I really do want to start sharing my poems on this account as well. And that's my first goal, and it's really important to me. And another way that I've been tackling this goal is reading more. One of the first things that I have read this year is this book that I'm going to talk about real quick. It's called All About Love by Bell Hooks. It was actually a Christmas present from my older brother, and it's amazing. He read it first and then he was like, yeah, you need to read this. So Bell Hooks is a really cool woman. She's an author, obviously, but she was also a college professor. She's also a really great speaker. She is all about, what's the word? Intersectionality. She's all about that. She's all about just human rights in general, especially Black rights. She is a Black woman, and she is just amazing, genius. I wish I could show you guys that I just underline everything that she has to say, and it's insane. So this book has been really good, and it's all about our different relationships with love and how we understand love and why we love the way we do, why we don't love the way we do, how love is more of a behavior and like an act than a feeling, talking about how society views love versus how we do, and it's just so good. I made a note to read you the definition of love that she uses in this book because I think it's very important. The quote is from this self-help book by M. Scott Peck. It's called The Road Less Traveled, and the definition for love from this book that Bell Hooks loves and uses is love as the will to extend oneself for the purpose of nurturing one's own or another's spiritual growth. That just sounds so good. I really love this definition. The use of the word will is talking about how love is intention and an action, and how we choose to love versus, you know, just falling in love. It's just really good. And I have a lot of thoughts on this book. I wanted to read you guys another part that I thought was really good. This quote was what got me hooked on the rest of the book, and it says, "The wounded child inside many females is a girl who was taught from an early childhood on that she must become something other than herself, deny her true feelings in order to attract and please others." I just want you guys to sit with that for a minute. It's so good. Rewind this video if you have to. It's so good. It just hit me really deep. I have definitely had moments in my life where I kind of verged, I don't know if verge is a word. Is that a word? I don't know, I like morphed myself to be what society wanted me to be, or to be what my teachers wanted me to be, or like what these strangers I don't even know wanted me to be, instead of focusing on refining my personality that's already here and just being my authentic self and living in authenticity, which I try to do now. I'm working on it. I've been sitting with this quote, having coffee with this quote, and just thinking about it a lot, because I think we can all relate to being told we have to be something else, when the tea is you don't have to be something else. You just have to be you. So I love that. Like I said, this book has really inspired me. I'm thinking about making a video about the entire thing when I finish, so let me know if you'd be interested in that. And that's just another creative thing that I could do with this channel, so I wanted to talk about that real quick. But let's talk about my other goals. Okay, so goal number 2 is to schedule more time to create, because I am one of those people who works on a schedule. Like I said, I'm in college, so I'm a full-time student, and I have obviously my week schedule, and I really like having a schedule. I just work really well on that and knowing what's gonna happen. So I was thinking that I need to schedule time to create as if it was a class, because I'm very devoted to my classes, maybe overly devoted, and I want to be that same way for things that inspire me and ways that I can improve upon myself and inspire others, and just have a good time doing what I'm actually interested in. My major, school, is great. I'm a special education major, by the way. I also want to focus on, you know, my hobbies and stuff, and those parts of my personality that I feel like I don't really get to explore because of school. So I'm trying to schedule more time for that. It's pretty simple. Just, you know, have a set day, maybe set hour that I just sit and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna film a video now, or I'm going to read a couple pages now, I'm gonna write now. I think would be very helpful for me. So that's one, and that's just a tip that I have for everyone. Maybe just schedule time for yourself like a class, and maybe that'll work for you. Okay, and my last goal is super simple actually. My last goal is simply to write every day. That's it. That's the goal. I consider myself a writer. I really love poetry, especially. I've been getting very into poetry because it's really easy to write for me. Even if I'm not physically writing in my journal, I do have my notes app open like literally all the time. And if I see something especially beautiful, or I'm with my friends and I just feel something about that moment, I want to remember that moment, sometimes I write about my memories like poetry. I don't know, if I'm just having a really beautiful time, I just want to capture that beauty for what it is. And I think that the English language is so beautiful. We have so many different ways to describe how we're feeling or what we're seeing and whatnot. So I love poetry, and my goal is just to write every day, even if it's just a couple words, even if it's something random that doesn't even make sense, that I see later and maybe it will make sense or maybe it won't. I don't know, but I want to write little tidbits every day and just see where it takes me. Overall, it'll just help my creativity to have all these ideas written down. So that's the goal. And I also think that that could be really well for everyone else, especially journaling. Journaling has been very helpful for anxiety and things like that, and just to write down your goals like I did, or just write down how you're feeling or how your day went. Sometimes if I have a really great day, I'll write about it because I want to remember it when I'm feeling great, not like, you know, I don't know where I was going with that sentence. But anyway, try to write more, and it's just very therapeutic and good for the mental, I think. So yeah, those are my 3 goals. Write every day, schedule time to create, and consume more inspiring content that I love. That's pretty much it. I hope that these goals inspired you, and maybe some of these will become your own, and you'll just, I don't know, you'll tap into that creativity that I believe all humans have. We are having all these different experiences and different emotions all the time, and I think that we should share them with others in a meaningful way, which again is why I'm starting this channel. So I hope you enjoyed hearing me talk about my goals. If you comment, tell me about some of your goals, or tell me what you think, or tell me if you're gonna try to read this book, or if you would like to hear me talk about all about love some more. And yeah, that's pretty much all I have for this video. So thank you guys so much for clicking in and spending time with me today. I will see you in the next one. Bye!